Welcome back to the joint FDNY Podcast. And we have Lieutenant Jonathan Logan, which really is a welcome back for you.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you.
Thank you very much. Captain Randy Lee's here.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah.
So we have your first segment in the books.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. As I guess a guest host, right? So we talked a lot about health and fitness. We talked about some rescues, which is really exciting. Mm-hmm. 2 first-generation firefighters here in the FDNY doing amazing things. We always have amazing guests, but these guys did something a little bit special that earned them a spot at the FDNY Medal Day. That was amazing. We got people jumping out of windows on roof rope rescues. Then we had some people off-duty
saves. Yeah.
Saves. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
We got to take a look.
We got to take a look.
All right, let's do it.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Stefon Douglas from Engine 276.
Belvon Koranteng from Engine 295.
Tell us a little bit about your career here in the FDNY. How do you get here? How do you wind up in the FDNY?
I pretty much, something that my mother wanted me to take the test. I took the test, ended up meeting the right people that persuaded me to take the job. And I made the best decision I ever made. You know, it definitely was the best thing that I ever done.
Yes, that seems like to be a common theme in the FDNY. Everyone says, "Oh man, it's the greatest thing I've ever done." Wonderful. What's up?
Same.
Tell me, Belvon.
Definitely the greatest thing I've ever done too. I was in college, and the recruitment, I would see them at the train station. So they would talk to me, and one of my good friends in Engine 314, he was an EMT at the time for FDNY. He was telling me to take the test, and I took the test and ended up being here.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah,
as they always say, right?
Got that 100.
103 actually.
Okay.
Got the 5 points from the city. You know?
Yeah, it's all good.
So how long have you both been on at this point?
I've been on for 7 years now.
7 years.
Cool.
3 years, 3.5.
Okay. So you're not exactly new. So you've got some time. You've got a little.
Not a whole lot of time, but
a little bit of time.
Enough.
Right?
Enough to get into
you're
some
not.
good
You're
stuff.
not a rookie anymore. You're not a probie, right? So.
I'm Johnny.
Yeah.
But you were also medal day winners. So that puts you in another class of people, right?
Yeah, that's
so
different.
Let's talk about that. How did you get your medal? What was the assignment?
I was off duty. I pretty much got, I was driving. So we're going to pull up to my house and ended up seeing black smoke pumping out the rear of one of the neighbors' houses. And I just got straight to action. The difference about my save is it was off duty. And I had an SCBA in my trunk from prior career days that I used as a prop.
He's a sick buff.
Yeah.
So, I used it as a prop, and I was able to think fast. I got to use the SCBA. I went around the rear of the house. I was fighting the fire with a garden hose, and I ended up hearing a little girl crying. I made a left-hand search. I got her out and continued fighting the fire until Ladder 159 came. They got the mother out. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, she passed, and that was pretty much the job, though. The little girl survived.
Right.
Wow, amazing.
That's crazy. Yeah. And I think I remember reading in the stories that you didn't have turnout gear. All you had was the mask, right?
Yes, all I had was my SCBA.
You were exposed to the fire.
Yes.
Completely dangerous situation for you.
Yeah, I had on Crocs.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that you would do every day.
Yeah,
so it definitely was out of the I say normal call of duty, I would say.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Excellent.
And you decided to go out a window, essentially. Was it the roof or the window?
It was the window.
Okay.
What are you doing hanging out of windows? Firefighters hang out of windows? I'm sure you had to tell some stories about this. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about what happened. How did you wind up hanging out of this window? What happened?
So I was second due roof, and I was assigned to ladder 16 for the year rotation, and we got a call for fire that people were strapped. So for me, the roof position is my second due roof is my responsibility to carry the life-saving rope with me. So then I did my job that I was supposed to do. My whole company, we went to the floor above. Fire was on 20F. We went to 21, and then we set up the rope, and then I went out the window. Essentially.
Now, what was that like? Did the victim say anything to you, and how far down did you rappel? You went all the way to the floor or to a next floor down?
So I was rappelled, actually lowered beneath the victim. I was actually lowered a little too far, but I was able to assure her that we're gonna get her to safety. There was actually three people out the window when I was there, and I was able to talk to other people to kind of reassure them. And I was yelling to the rest of the firefighters that the lady was stuck on the gate, because at that point it was a 2-man operation. But that building's way too high to lower her to the ground. So I went down to the floor below, And then when the next firefighter, Arthur Podrowski, when him and Firefighter Harsh, they took off the child gate and lowered her down, I was able to bring her in through 19.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work all the time, every day, all day. What do you think is one of the most important things that you would tell someone who's wanting to join the FDNY?
One thing I would say for someone joining the FDNY is to stay in good physical health and condition. I think physical conditioning is probably one of the most important things on this job.
100%.
A fire doesn't care about your race, your height, your weight, how good condition you are. So you have to take control of the things that you can take control of.
Yeah.
And when you're going through the process, you may not have access to all the tools in the fire academy and all the knowledge, but you do have access to your own body. So, you should do your own due diligence to take care of yourself so that when you do get called, you're prepared and you're ready.
I could say, being a health and fitness instructor in the fire academy, I could say that I always say health and fitness is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter, like you said, your race, whatever, wherever you're from, your background, you have access to your body, you can get in shape. As long as there's a standard, we can meet a standard. Everyone can get to that point. You can do 30 sit-ups, 30 push-ups, 4 pull-ups and get there. So, I often say to people, do you want you showing up to rescue you? And that takes a level of understanding so you could get to a point where you could be physically capable to push and pull your own weight.
Complete sense.
Yeah. And then once that resonates and once that kind of settles in, people need to get in the right shape. What's it for you? What would you tell someone who's coming onto the fire department based on your experience if they want to join the FDNY?
Based on my experience, I had a lot of problems with our lingo, how we speak. I hadn't been in school in so long that it was hard for me to learn how to study again. So getting in those books are important to at least just get to familiarize yourself, because seeing what a six foot Halligan, a wooden hook or Halligan hook, Halligan, like all those terms, I was like, it's like I was reading, I didn't know what I was reading. You know what I mean?
Complete culture shock.
But as you're in the academy, it starts building, and then you start understanding why everything made sense. So I went to a lot of the remedials. I was there. You know what I mean? Imagine you could go from remedials to medal day. And this job is so surprising. You don't know what you can endure at any day. So I think that's really important also, not only physically, but to be mentally prepared for what you're about to get into.
Tremendous stories right there.
It's insane.
Insane. Guys hanging out windows, guys going off duty, rescuing people.
Yeah. The job never stops, right?
It doesn't stop. No. This doesn't happen every day.
No.
One thing I really love that really resonated with me is that, to be climbing 20 flights of stairs and to be in the right proper shape, that's what seemed like to be the common theme between these two stories.
Oh, yeah.
And to be always prepared. He was, Stefon was doing some interactions with the schools and that, but really being constantly prepared and being in physical shape is the message that I think we all could take away from that.
100%.
Yeah. And the next segment, which is going to be more of tying into that health and fitness.
Oh yeah, that was a great interview.
Yeah,
so,
it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the former barbell club, the CrossFit, FDNY CrossFit club. Yeah, and I thought you would like that. You had your time being a fitness instructor at the academy. Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to spoil too much because they're about to talk to about their club and everything. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
We'll take a look. We are joined with members from FDNY CrossFit. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Okay, well, first, thank you for having us here today.
Thanks, Cap.
It's a pleasure. My name is EMT Christine McAleer. I currently work with special projects out of the FDNY EMS Academy Bureau of Training over at Fort Taunton. I've been doing that for about 4 years. I got on the job in 2018. So between out of the academy and before special projects, I was at Station 4-3.
I'm Firefighter Rick Roman. I'm the president of the CrossFit team. I've been stationed to Engine 7-4 since 2006.
Cool. So we had spoken about this. I interviewed you once, I think a year or two ago.
I think it was last year, yeah.
Last year? Yeah. Mm-hmm. At the time, you were known as FDNY Barbell Club.
Correct.
Right? And switched over to FDNY CrossFit. How'd that happen? What was the transition?
It happened last year, Cap, around May or June. It just felt like us being so forward-facing in CrossFit competitions and everything CrossFit, we had wanted to become an affiliate. So with CrossFit headquarters, we're an official law enforcement officer affiliate.
All right. So you're talking about competitions. Being that we are FDNY, we are competitive. I would
By
say.
nature, we're competitive.
By nature,
Why not?
we're in there, right?
Yeah.
So before we talk about what the competition actually is about, how we doing? We winning?
We winning.
Yeah?
We winning. No. No, we podium, right?
Yeah, we podium.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've gotten the silver medal in Chengdu, China at the World Police Fire Games. And
Oh yeah, I got my one and only silver medal, but proud of that in 2021 over in San Diego.
So you went to San Diego, you went to China. You sound like you got the better deal out of that.
100%. Yeah. But I like San Diego. It's pretty.
It's nice. Cool. So is that the point of the team or the club to do competitions?
Not necessarily. I mean, that we are a competitive team.
it's an aspect of
Yeah,
it.
it's an aspect of it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. So I know that's not all you do. There are some philanthropic thought processes behind the purpose of the club, right? You worked with Commissioner Kavanaugh on something recently.
Yes. One of the first things we did in our history as a group, we were able to line up the commissioner's office with the medical office. And we have a provider group, Northwell Health, who is now part of the docket. If you go to the medical office and you need, one of the provider groups is Northwell Health.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So not only are we helping all the members on the job, and then for your membership, who's part of FDNY CrossFit, you're just getting that mental health, wellness stuff, physical fitness.
Of course, they
all
go
that.
hand in hand. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So how does someone like me, who's maybe not so adversed in CrossFit or any of that kind of stuff, right? How do I get involved?
Just come on down. We have monthly meetings, right? We have monthly meetings.
Beginner, doesn't matter.
Yeah, beginner. Even if have never picked up a weight before, all of our members are members on the job, right? Whether they're firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, whatever the case may be. So technically, you already know the movements. Okay, so if you're a beginner, you've never touched a barbell before, if you don't even know what it is, it's fine. You'll be like, hey, introduce you. This is a barbell. Now, when we pick it up, it's like picking up a stretcher. Do you know how to do that? Same body mechanics, same thing.
Yeah, same movement pattern.
Yeah, 100%. Or when we have something called sled drags, right? You talk to a firefighter and be like, hey, do you know how you're supposed to pull a said individual out of a building? Same thing, same body mechanics. It's stuff that in the very early stages on in the academy too, they try to give you these tools to learn your job and how to perform your job, right? Sometimes it gets lost in translation, which is fine, it happens. But at least now with this, we can make those tools more advanced and come back to them. And not just for your career now, but when you retire too, everyone wants to enjoy their retirement, right? So why not start now and build it up from there?
The goal is to go home at the end of the day healthy, right, Kat? But there's an element of having operational readiness, right? So
Yeah. And then like you mentioned about beginners, if you've never done it before, I love doing it. It's my forte. I love one-on-one with someone that doesn't know anything because I can associate that's like a gift. Some people say, one of my husband says it also, that it's a gift that I could picture one thing and associate with something totally different that other people can relate to. So one way or another, you'll be comfortable. We'll get you.
Come by. Christina coach you up.
I got you.
All right, you know what? That's great. Let's segue here.
Okay.
Your husband.
Let's keep going. Yes.
There's something about your husband and
he's here.
Did you
he's
put
right
on my
here.
table?
Yeah, no, he's one of the pitchers. He's firefighter Chris Torres in Engine 22. He's one of the pitchers at the FDNY baseball team. And this is a little bit of a support. Not only is he the pitcher of the baseball team, he's also one of our members and athletes.
Members,
one of our members.
Yeah, he's very forward facing. He's he was able to do the benchmark workout that we have with CrossFit, the New York Minute workout. And, he's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. I love seeing like the multiple affinity groups and clubs, they just supporting each other. That's
Why
always
not?
a nice look.
Why not? We all work together. At the end of the day, whatever club or group that you're in, you might work at your firehouse, might work at my station, might do overtime with them, So why not?
BPD. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you fine members of FDNY CrossFit for joining us here on Join FDNY.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, Kat.
We will definitely be keeping in touch. We'll have you back on again.
Oh, we're coming back.
All right.
Next month, come to a meeting.
I'll come to a meeting.
Yeah, okay.
Cheers,
Everybody
Kat.
come.
All right, take care, guys.
Oh man, I feel like I gotta go to the gym right now and start working out.
I know, me too.
That was amazing. I'm kind of out of breath. Those guys are amazing. I think health and fitness is definitely a common theme.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge. Your body is the greatest tool that we could use to serve the people. But Yeah. What do you think about that?
I mean, just Christine and Roman, they're so good about making this club that really accentuates just health and fitness among the membership. And, you know, you have EMS members, fire members, civilian members in there. And it's a great idea, right? Just a way to make sure that you're in shape, you're ready to do the job. And I like it, you know?
Yeah. And by the way, in case you missed it, we had a great segment with that you weren't around for, and we talked about a lot of different things. We had Captain Timmy Smith on, and I was there, and Andrew Brown really led us through a series of conversations about a lot of different topics. But it was excellent. It was really great.
I'm excited to see it.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, let's take a look.
All right,
so we're all fathers here, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Known each other a lot. How many you have?
I got three,
right?
16 and 13 and 8. Well, I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm the professional Uber driver. I'm all over the place. Last weekend I was at a track meet and I had a musical thing.
Yeah.
I'm thankful because that's part of one of the value points to this job is that, you could be home with your family. I think that's the role of a father is to really give your kids the full scope, right? Not just what they see in their lane, but like,
not
for
just
example,
sugar and lollipop stuff. You got to give them the real.
You got to give them the real thing. Like teach them history. Like as far as like Juneteenth is concerned, right? You teach them what all that is, right? I didn't really grow up celebrating Juneteenth,
right?
But in order for you to talk about Juneteenth, you got to talk about the Emancipation Proclamation, 1863. On January 1st. But many people, down in Texas, they didn't know anything about.
They didn't know they were free.
They didn't even know they were free. So
years going by,
Union soldiers came in, some of them which were black, right? Came in and started reading this proclamation and setting people free, and they were like, "Wow, we're free." And so that's a huge deal.
I think one of the major things is about fatherhood, and it's my testimony is that it's not just being a father to your own children; it's about being a father to other people's children, which is why I coach.
Yeah,
and this job has provided me with an opportunity to do what I really love and is passionate about, and which is to help young men navigate the process of becoming men. And I do that through football. And it just so happens that I happen to be a captain in the fire department where I get to help these young men that come on this job navigate that process too. So it's twofold. So it's a beautiful thing. I just remember being a young kid and an athlete and being at games, and my parents were never there.
Yeah.
Because my father had to work.
Had to work, same here. Yeah.
So you're looking in the stands, you don't see anybody. And I always said to myself, when I got older and I had children, I never want them to look up and not see me. And I go out, I watch my daughter run track. The first thing she does, she's looking to see me.
100%.
Where you at, Dad?
We're taking the attendance.
What do you think? My son, same thing with football. Dad, what do you think on that play? Did you see? They're looking. They're looking for you.
Yeah.
And this job afforded me with an opportunity to be there. For these type of things, and I'm very, very blessed.
Listen, the incredible feeling of being an FDNY dad.
Yeah.
There's no if I can make it, it's how I can make it. There's always so many different avenues to be there, to be present.
That was really great. Really going back to see that interview was great. It brought back some really good stuff. But yeah, it's good to be on this side of the kind of interview.
It's actually really good to have you here.
Co-host or guest host.
I mean, it's nice to see that now I know why they chose you to come in.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to more.
I hope you do come back and do more with us.
Yeah,
that's
thank
great.
You for having me. Yeah, this is really great. I really look forward to it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Well, to all our listeners, stay safe, and we will see you in the next Joint FDNY podcast.
I'll see you too. Excellent. All right.